Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. It's been an eventful day. It is Sunday, and I'm recording this Saturday night and everything for my Sunday morning video. So for me, in my time, Saturday was very eventful, and we had a lot going on. I had started the day. I had plans. And you know what they say, if you want to make God laugh, then you tell him you have plans. So my plans were I was going to do a practice live with going on, StreamYard. I was going to do a practice live on StreamYard and sew together my hippopotamus Lovey. I thought that would be a really fun way to do that. And the practice live was going to be so I could do a 5,000 subscriber giveaway party situation probably on Sunday. Well, that's not going to happen tomorrow, and obviously we did not get the live earlier today. There's been some things going on in our world, our lives, our actual real people lives, not just the yarn related, that is going to have me continuing to do my videos. And if I do a live, it'll be just like all my others, a pop-up live, a spur of the moment. I have time, I have availability, not a scheduled ahead, not even a scheduled ahead like a day or an hour or something like that, because I just don't know. So I'm going to show you what I started working on today. It's Sunday. I wasn't planning on starting anything new. I really wasn't. I've been working on all my larger projects, and that's kind of the running joke theme thing is I'll start something new on a Sunday, right? For my Sunday video, that type of thing. And I did earlier today. Once the kids left, we had over my son and all three of the grandkids that they have. And it's for a good chunk of the day. It was a little unexpected, but glorious. And I wasted the opportunity. I should have grabbed that pink, this thing. Okay, I have been told that I need to grab this, pull it out. Oops, there goes the devil. Pull this thing, not literally pull it out. It might literally get pulled out. All right, it's attached. Come out. But grab this to where I have it available. It's out in the open. That way I can try it on one of the granddaughters because that sleeve just looks so tiny compared to the rest of the outfit. And I just don't want to finish it off if the sleeve doesn't work. Kind of like yesterday when I did the surgery, the sweater surgery, and ripped out the neck, the collar of the sweater, and I reknit it in a looser gauge, a lot more comfortable. I was able to give that to my grandson. It was cute because I held it up and I'm like, hey baby, what do you think? And he said, that doesn't fit. Well, of course it didn't. He couldn't get it over his head. And I said, Nana fixed it. And he was able to put that on. It looked absolutely amazing, fit him perfectly. And of course, I let him go with it. And then I realized, wait, I didn't do the whole Monday going, hey, look, I finished this on Monday video. But, that's okay. I've got a picture. So anyway, I did start something. And this is part of the reason I'm not going to schedule anything for the near future. And we look at this. You see what this is? Oh, my gosh. This is the tiniest little baby booty. This is Premie size. My daughter-in-law is 31 weeks pregnant right now. And she is currently, I don't normally get into personal stuff, but we've talked about grandbaby number 6. And I kind of have to say something about grandbaby number 6. And this is our little boy. And that's why I have this. He's not been born yet, but she is in the hospital. Her water did break, and they're going to keep her in the hospital until baby is born. And they would like to keep her until she's at least 34 weeks, at least kind of stave off, if they can, the birth of grandbaby number 6, yet to be named, right? Little boy, yet to be named. So they're working on that. So she's got the antibiotics, everything's fine. And, the antibiotics to make sure, since her water did break, to stave off any infections or anything along that line. So we did have the kids today while Daddy was with Mommy at the hospital, and then they all went over and everything later on in the evening once they knew what was going on. But that's a little eventful, and I'm not going to schedule anything because we just don't know. I believe they're not going to do anything to necessarily stop the birth of the baby, but they're going to keep her on antibiotics, bed rest, the whole 9 yards. And there's a chance that she could go in labor in the next 24 to 48 hours. But the hope is that she's able to hold on to said child, right? And go a little bit longer. And that'll just make it better for him, better for the family, a little bit healthier. Let him finish cooking. And so once everybody left today, I started going through my pattern books. And one of the patterns I just got off of Ravelry, it is free. And this is called the Stretchy Baby Socks. So it is free. It is in my library. And it is by Fabienne Schulte. And there's two different ways. Okay, there you go, get the picture. There's two different ways of doing the ribbing. You can have a 2x2 ribbing or a broken ribbing. And the 2x2 ribbing is going to have more of a stretch on it. And it will go, and look at that. Look, that is with that out folded down. And it just, look how tiny that is. That is so tiny. But you can see it has a great stretch. It goes like that. So that's not going to be an issue fitting over a baby's foot. Very, very tiny. I'm using the Barocco sock yarn that I got on the Aberdeen Wools mystery bag. And I really enjoy this. And I used size 1 knitting needles. The pattern says size 2. I don't know where my 2s are. Well, okay, I found 3 of them. Whatever. I do all my socks on 1s anyway. And I'm going for the Premie size. And, you know, that's what I've got here. So I got the 1 done. I did start the second one. And that's a lot of ribbing for a little tiny thing. This is one of the reasons why, like, the baby socks and the booties, I'm like, they don't look like much knitting. They don't look like much work at all. But I've got 36 stitches and 25 rounds from here to here. And then the very cute, tiny little sock. I do like it. It is absolutely adorable. And it gave me something to play with and something to do. And I think that's really cute. I'm going to have to make a little matching hat. I need to make a little matching hat. Hopefully, we will not need such things soon. Hopefully, it'll be a few weeks from now. So anybody who has children knows something along this line, it's going to cause some disruptions. Not necessarily in a bad way, you know. So daddy gets to play single daddy for 3-4-ish weeks maybe. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Anyone, you know, 3 babies, 3 kids, that's going to be a whole bunch. So Nana and Papa are going to be stepping in. We're gonna do our best to help. So I would appreciate anybody out there praying for Hannah. That is my daughter-in-law, and their new baby yet to be named, and this is their 4th child. And just say a prayer for their comfort, their safety, their well-being, that our newest addition will be born healthy, happy, little tiny, but all is good. And, you know, poor little guy, you know, mommy's 4'11", so there's already going to be potentially a little teeny action going on, right? And so it's kind of an interesting one. It's kind of funny. So that has taken up a lot of our time. Obviously, this is why I did not do my practice live earlier today, and I'm not setting a live for tomorrow because I just don't know. And the last thing I want to do is to set something up and then cancel it like an hour, half hour, 15 minutes, who knows, right before I'm supposed to go live. Or having the grandkids, pretty sure we're going to have them tomorrow, having the grandkids and not really being able to do the live because, you know, what am I going to shut the door, shut them out, lock them in the dungeon, right? No, you don't do that. No, that's naughty. Just because they'll go into a dog kennel doesn't mean you get to close the door. That is kind of funny. We used to have a very large dog kennel, a couple of them, because we had Akitas and they slept in their crates and the kids would go in and out. No, we didn't lock them in, but it is kind of funny they would go in and out. We don't have any kennels any longer. We have 3 dogs. They're all Shiba Inus. They're smaller dogs. We have no kennels, but it's always a funny saying. You got to kind of preference that no, we are not putting children in the dog kennels, even if they go in on their own. No, we're not. So... So we've got a few things going on and it's a little bit exciting and it's going to be kind of an interesting one to see how we can step up for both mommy and daddy and all of the grandbabies, you know, having the 3 grandbabies ranging in age from 2 to 9. So we've got the 3 little ones right there, 2, 6, and 9. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It is. So we're going to have to keep them distracted and a little diverted. And I don't know. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So that is enough on the personal stuff. Again, I don't generally delve into our personal lives along that line. But since we've been talking so much about the excitement of our newest little addition, I thought you'd want to know as far as that goes with an update and what you can do if you're so inclined. Greatly appreciate any prayers that you have. That would be wonderful. So beyond that, what else should I make? Because obviously I have to make something for the baby. And that's what we've done in the past is all the children have come home from the hospital with something Nana has made. And normally I have those really stretchy, what I call the grow with me tops. Do I have one over there? I think I might. But the really stretchy grow with me tops are the things that we've done in the past. And mommy does a great job making sure, the different mommies making sure that they have something along that line. So right now they just got their stroller, so they have that. They're going to need a newborn car seat. They thought they had a little more time. That's okay. We'll get that taken care of. And we're going to have to make sure what clothing. I know when I had my first child, their Uncle Brandon, right? The baby's uncle. He was 9.5 pounds. He was a big baby. He was definitely not a preemie. He was overdue. He was well overdue. And the clothes I took to the hospital with me did not fit. They were too small because I had the big baby, right? And theirs is going to be the opposite, right? They're going to have the little baby. So I was thinking that I would try to make something, and who knows, I might get something done. That's why I started with the socks. It's like I can whip out the socks and all that little ribbing. Oh my gosh, it takes a little more time than you'd think. I'm telling you, it just does. So we're having fun with that. Do you have any specific like little preemie type things or baby things, or what's your favorite baby go-to? I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have to work on all of this stuff because we're going to have grandbabies. We're going to have grandbabies, and grandbabies have energy. Grandbabies have a lot of energy, and it's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having them here a whole bunch more. Kind of one of those turning something that could be a negative. Obviously mommy's in the hospital, and that's for a lot of reasons and a lot of things, that's scary. But turning that into something positive and a blessing and absolutely wonderful. So we're going to have a lot of time with the grandbabies. Amazing. And trying to figure out what are we going to do, because we've got the 3 little ones and they all have their very opinionated personalities. We had the little one earlier. Daddy came in and took the other 2 to an event that they normally do. And we had the baby. She was asleep. Well, she woke up. Daddy's girl. Oh my. Daddy's girl. And she had no problems telling us she wanted her daddy. So had to do that maternal instinct kicking in and try to calm the baby. You know how it is, a 2-year-old, when she wants mommy or daddy. Ooh, and I'm not mommy or daddy. So you know what I did? I ended up, I'm like, okay, talking with her and everything, took her and loving on her, holding her, and she was having none of it. I'm just telling you, she's 2. She's having none of it. So I got my phone, and no, it wasn't games or anything, but I was looking through, and I've got some pictures of my 3 kids when they were really little, and I was showing that, and I said, can you find daddy? Can you find daddy? And in some of them, like, daddy's 6 years old, that type of situation. It's like, do you know which one's daddy? And she stopped crying and being upset at that point. She was trying to figure out who was who. So then she was looking through the other pictures. And the part that disturbed her, we had a family picture, mom, dad, 3 kids. I might actually post that one in there so you can see, because it's not like we're that age anymore. And the thing that disturbed her the most is, where's mommy? Where's mommy? Well, mommy wasn't in that picture. Why is mommy not in that picture? Like, dad's 6, mommy is definitely not in that picture. So I thought that was really cute. The minds of babes. That was absolutely adorable. So hopefully we'll have some other wonderful fun things. And who knows, maybe I can get another child wanting to play with the yarn. I mean, they love being in my yarn room. The yarn room has never been off limits to them. My Like I get a little antsy when they come in here sometimes because they want to touch everything. And they're children, of course, they want to touch everything. And they want to play with everything. Yeah, of course they do. And again, I've never had anything off limits. And, if they pick up straight pins and they poke themselves with it, they learn not to do it again, right? They've all done it. But it's a fun place. It's color. It's bright. It's beautiful. They've got toys in here. I've had the boys in here before sword fighting. Have we discussed how my room is not clean? I mean, have we discussed how I've got yarn everywhere? I'm like, how are you in here sword fighting? Get out. No, it's Nana's room. They're coming in. So hopefully I can take this opportunity this time and we can do some yarn crafts and learn some things and see who's interested in what. We can do the yarn scraps like I've done before with the granddaughters, where I have all those yarn scraps that I used to stuff amigurumi, and they were tying them together and making little pom-poms and stuff like that. It's still playing with the yarn. It's still being creative and making things. And I think we've got some glue also and some regular construction paper and what have you. And I think that with all those scraps, it would be amazing with the glue sticks and then glue down the little scraps and everything and making a collage pattern or something like that. It's just some fun things. It's the fun things to get young children interested in the crafts at a young age. And isn't that what we want, is to pass down our legacy, our creativity, our love of making things to the people that we love the most? So I'm looking at this as a wonderful, wonderful blessing, a wonderful opportunity to spend a lot more time with the babies. And, when we find out a little bit more, I'll probably end up taking off some more days. I will end up taking an unplanned vacation. And so I can help out a little bit more and be there, not the whole time. I don't have that much time, but I can take off a day or two here and there and take the kids and go do some things and play and try to get them hooked on my arts. I mean, not a joke. I am not even joking about that. And I am not even ashamed to admit it. I'm like, hey, look at the pretty stuff. I was trying to do that with the baby when she was upset earlier. And I'm like, hey, Nana makes you some things. Look, we got the hippo over here. We got the purple one. We got the green one. She wasn't having it. But I'm trying, right? I'm trying. It's like, come with me. Come with me. You want to play with all the pretty stuff. So it's so enjoyable having little ones. If you have little ones around, you know what I'm talking about, or you may remember having little ones around, to bring them into that next generation of creativity. And it's nice to look at things just a little bit differently. It's nice to look at the positive sides of things, and that's what all of this is. It was a little jarring earlier today, and once I got over a little bit jarring, it's like, oh, I'm going to have all this time with our babies. Oh, we're going to be able to make some stuff together. All right. I mean, we already do cooking together. When they come over, the baby immediately, it's a cream, Nana cream, homemade whipped cream. Always homemade whipped cream. And I normally put chocolate powder in it and a little bit of sweetener and stuff. So I mean, homemade chocolate whipped cream every time. Loves it. So we've got that. And I think we'll work on some other cooking activities and some other fun stuff beyond building blocks and coloring pages and, just the other hands-on, turn the TV off, but hands-on, doing something, being creative. So I'm going to take this time to really get a good bond with the babies. I mean, that's the best thing. That's your legacy with your children and grandchildren. In my case, I mean, oh my gosh, how amazing. But that's the legacy right there. Instill in them the love of all the things that you have. And I'm looking at this as just such a blessing and such an opportunity to be able to do this. That's all you can do. You just have to be happy with things and know that God has this, that everything happens for a reason, and God has this in his hands. And that's what I count on. And that's what I look at. And just turn things at a different angle. Look at it from a different angle. And that's where we're at. It's such a blessing. Let me know what are your go-to things, especially something quick, because I might not have that much time. Something quick as a go-to that might be kind of fun. And even if it's not necessarily for the newborn baby, something that the other three, ages, 2, 6, and 9, might enjoy, that we can kind of put together, or something that might be a little bit fun. If you have any games or any ideas or something, because Nana's out of practice at being mommy. I'm not mommy, but there's skills. There's mommy skills, right? And yeah, Nana's out of practice with those things. So if you have any tips and tricks and stuff like that you've done, I would love to hear them. With that, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to work on that other sock and everything and get that done, and know that I have those. I did the same thing with my daughter when she was having our first grandchild, and while we were waiting in the hospital room, I had crocheted a pair of booties that the child was only able to wear like once or twice, because I did like the very, very newborn size, and that kept my mind busy, and it kept me kind of occupied and everything while she was going into labor and all of that other stuff. So this is kind of another tradition too, is like, I'm going to make the booties, not booties, but I would, right? I'm going to make the little socks. I'm going to go ahead and get that prep. It's kind of grandma's version of nesting. Yeah. So we've got the adorable little stockings, and that is just so cute. I don't have well, here we've seen our turtle. How big. Look how tiny those are. Speaking of turtles, yeah, it's a tape measure. Yes, it is. So I like my tape measures. So how long is this? So this little foot, it's 3 inches total. So from tip to edge, it's 3 inches. It's a tiny little thing. It won't fit him for very long, and that's okay. Not everything has to be used for years and years and years, or in baby's case, months and months and months. That's okay. I know it's there. I know I will be gifting this to mommy and daddy, and hopefully he'll get a chance to wear them at least once, and if not, that's fine too. But the other beautiful thing about little socks this size, once they're no longer wearable as the sock because the intended recipient grows, I mean, they're going to grow quick, you just put a Christmas hook right there, and now it is a Christmas ornament, and you have that as a memento of, and you've got 2 of them, you have that as a memento of how tiny the baby was. It serves as a scrapbook. It serves as a memorabilia, and you can put that on your tree. Absolutely adorable. So lots of different ways to do that, to remember those times, and just completely enjoyable. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go this time, for real. Honest. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.